What's going on, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your first time, like and sub to the channel. Leave a comment if you agree or disagree with the video that I'm saying, especially you expats that have been to both countries and lived for a minute, for a few years or whatnot. So today's title is going to be Colombia versus Dominican Republic when it comes to dating. Man, I'm not even going to sit here and lie to y'all, bro. I think they're both like... Well, I think DR is really horrible, man. I'm not going to sit here and lie. You got a lot of content creators that will tell you to come to these two places looking for love, and like, man, people be selling y'all a dream, guys. You just don't believe these dreams that these guys be telling you, man. I think in Colombia you have a better chance of finding a nice woman, a good hard-working woman. DR, I've been going there for many years, and I think I've only met less than a handful that I could say are girlfriend or even wife material, man. If I could just be completely honest. But at Colombia, outside of Medellin and maybe even Cartagena, you do have a good chance of meeting a good woman, depending on your social circles. And what I mean by social circles, man, if you're hanging around with pookies, rays, mongers, you're looking for something serious, forget about that, because locals ain't gonna mess with you, for real. Especially from the higher stratuses. Y'all know how the stratuses are here, like 3 and 4, like middle class and up. So you're hanging around those type of dudes that are doing dumb stuff or acting like a fool, you ain't gonna meet no good women, man. Me personally, when I first got to Colombia, I would say that the first women that I met here, and even in Medellin, which is hard to meet a good woman, but I met some really nice ones, it was through social circles. That's how people meet relationships here in Colombia, through social circles. Whether it's you're taking classes for dancing, bachata, salsa, etc., or you're doing like, you know, a cooking class, or you're doing yoga, or you're doing like skateboarding, rollerblading, whatever you're doing, you're gonna meet some real good people. Maybe even some boxing classes if they have them here. That's how people meet each other, through like social circles like that, through groups and stuff like that. And when I first got here the first year, I would say like the first girls that I went out with were really good, but that was because my social circles were really good. I think I went away from that towards the end. I started hanging around Americans, and just like for 2 years, it was just an endless circle of just like chasing, and it was just a waste of my time, guys. So just be aware, the social circles that you hang around with might dictate like the type of women that you want to go out with seriously over here. If you meet some good Colombians here, man, you can meet a nice woman. I think Medellin is very difficult. I don't recommend Medellin for dating. I think Cali is a lot more better. Bogota has the more business, professional oriented type of women, and also the smaller cities like Pereira, Armenia, Manizales. If you could break into those social circles, because I said they're very tribal over here compared to DR, very, very tribal. But if you could break into those circles and they could, you know, you could get their trust, their confidence, and hey, you know what, this is my such and such, like, you know, I know him, he does this or whatever, he's a good dude. Also, it's very difficult because we have a bad reputation, especially in this city, Medellin. You're trying to date over here in Medellin, good luck. I'll make another video vlog about, like, you know, what's going on with the dating scene over here. I'll get into more specifics. I want to keep this like in general, DR and versus Colombia. But I will say, like, we do have a bad reputation in Colombia as it is, especially in this city, so it's very hard. I think I had this talk with another content creator that lives in Cali. We're on somebody else's channel, and I, you know, he's married or whatever, so I was like, bro, but not just pretend like you had to do it all over again. I was like, how difficult would it be now? And he agreed. It's like, yeah, it's very difficult now. The scene has definitely changed over here, so it's you're gonna have to make connections here. That's how it was when I first got here, so to me it's no issue. I'm not looking for something serious, but I'm just trying to help guys that come over here. You do see some guys doing some dumb things, like, you know, trying to like have a relationship with prepagas. That's just ridiculous, man. Those guys, this is not the video for those type of dudes, bro. You think that you could turn one of those girls, the working girls, into a wife or a girlfriend? More power to you guys. That's all I gotta say, man. Because I met some of these dudes, man, and I see them crying like years later, like, oh, I did this for her, I bought her an iPhone, I paid her rent, I took her kid to soccer practice. Yes, but she's still a hoe. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. That's just in any country in the world. Forget about Colombia and shit, dude. Now let's compare the two countries. When it comes to dating, I feel like depending on what city you're at, I feel like the women are a little bit more appreciative, depending on what city you're at. Medellin, Paisa culture, it's a narco culture over here. So no, Pablo Escobar culture, you're not gonna get that. It's just, no, not here, bro. Unless you get lucky, like I said. Now DR, I say you have a lot of entitlement, man. The women have become very, very entitled over there, man. It doesn't matter what you do for them, bro. You could be a good guy. You could, you know, bring them flowers. You could you break them up with some bread to help them out. You could, you know, give them some money so they can get their nails done and stuff like that. But it's not gonna be appreciated, man. Over there, I think the women are just as bad as the dudes, man. That's my personal opinion. They become American. It's like dating in America. If you don't like dating in America, then you're not gonna like dating in DR, man. You can meet some good girls over there, but you need time. I was there for 2 months last year, and it was just like, man. Even I did a lot of cold approaching. That was like the first time I done so much cold approaching in the island. I didn't have any luck. Like, it's the women over there are very cynical, because when they're looking at you, they're thinking, what can I get from this gringo or this American? Even if you're Latino, it doesn't matter. You're just a foreigner. Like, they're gonna look at you as a money bag. And so even when you would get a number, like, they just start asking you, like, you know, oh, what do you do and stuff like that. They're asking you, like, you know, seeing if they can get money. Me personally, I already tell them I've been there for many years. I know how the game works. I'm not the one. Usually they end up blocking you the next day, or not even texting you and ghosting you the next day. I would get a girl's number and they would just try you. Like, I had one girl ask me for, what was it, $300 for her mom's hospital bill the next day. But you know what? That's the reason why they're like that, because Americans have brought that entitlement with them, man. That's why I say it's been Americanized. Anybody that's lived there for years will tell you that it's been Americanized. When a girl's asking you for $300, what they make in a whole month, because her somebody's dying in her hospital, like, man. And this girl was educating. Let me tell you something, guys. It doesn't matter if she's from the barrio or she has a PhD, bro. The thinking is all the same. It's all the same, man. It's all the same. This girl spoke English. She'd been to several countries. It's just. I met some Dominican women that are down to earth there. Don't get it twisted. I met some really great ones, but for every good one that I'm meeting like 5 horrible ones, maybe even more. But me personally, I've been there so long that when I meet like the cool Dominican girl, I already can tell that she's down to earth, and that's a good thing. But I mean, they're always gonna hit you with the thing. Like, that's the thing. When you let them know what's up, that you're not a dumb gringo, that you know how the game works, they're always gonna hit you with this line: "No todos somos iguales." Don't buy that. They're always gonna tell you, "No todos." When the girl tells you that, that's how you know that, you know, she's one of those type of girls, dog. Because she doesn't have to tell you that. She could prove that by her actions, not by telling, "No todos somos iguales." No. It doesn't matter if the girl's from the Campo, she's from the, like, I always go to Santiago. That's the city where I stick to. I was like, Santiago doesn't have tourism. Like, it's just a plague that's hit the island of like entitlement, man. Like, even the girls that are from like nowhere, where there's no traffic or anything, are like that. And when I had this conversation with local men, so I started having conversations with them more. I was like, so what's up with the women over here? Like, and they'll tell you, like, Ulysses, you're not gonna find love here, bro. Like, those days where maybe when my mom was alive, it's all about the money. The women are all chapeadoras. Those are word for gold diggers. So yeah, when it comes to DR, man, good luck, man. Any guy that's been over there for years will tell you, like, you can find a unicorn once in a while. Some guys do get lucky, and that's good for them. I want to see brothers win. I like seeing stories of guys winning, but I hear more stories of guys losing. If somebody told you you're gonna get on the plane, you have 80% chance of not making it to your destination, you wouldn't get on the plane. I feel the same thing about dating when it comes to DR. Colombia, I feel like the women are a lot more different in different cities. Like, if you go to Cali, I have one girl that invited me to her house. She cooked dinner for me and stuff, was like really super nice to me. I think the women are a little bit more, like, you know, down to earth over there, like in other cities, man. Because it's still untainted territory in many cities. Like, how many foreigners are really going to Cali like that, or Bogota? Most foreigners are going to Medellin or Cartagena or Santa Marta, those 3 cities. And Barranquilla, I've never been there, but I hear good things about Barranquilla as well. You see, wish I had a little bit more knowledge about dating, like, because like DR is like, to me, it's like, even though you have different regions in DR, I feel like the island is small, and so like the mentality of the American mentality has hit the whole island, the entitlement. So to me, it's just been all ruined. Colombia is such a big country. You got cities like Pereira, you got cities like Cali, you got Barranquilla, Bucaramanga. You got so many different cities all over the country that you would never even heard about, and where it hasn't been tainted, where you could go there. But you just got to be careful, because there is a danger element. Now we're gonna talk about the danger element, man. And DR, you don't have to worry about a girl doing some violent shit to you, like drugging you or kidnapping you. Over there, the most a girl's gonna do is dame cuarto, which means give me money. If you don't give her money, she's gonna just block you the next day, keep it moving. Over here, the women over here, depending on the type of woman you're messing with, they might drug you. But those are the lower tier women that are doing that over here, man. The barrio girls, man. So I'll tell you, man, just be real careful when you're messing with those type of women, man. Do your due diligence. Make sure she has a Facebook, she has an Instagram. I'd rather meet the girl at her job, because if I know where she works at, I can find her the next day. But, you know, bringing random girls to your apartments without doing your due diligence, it's really a dangerous thing in Colombia, and it could cost you your life. So I got the danger element. Now, waifu material, which ones are more waifu material? I would definitely not, I don't think, I know I have a friend that did marry a Dominican girl, and is very successful. He's been with her for almost 10 years. But that's just one of the few stories though. Like one story out of like hundreds that I've heard of, like L's and guys taking advantage of. I heard of a guy paying his bills, his apartment, and taking care of the girl. He has a YouTube channel, but I'm not gonna say his name. And he got kicked out of the apartment, and when he came back like 2 days later, they took all his stuff. And that's a common occurrence over there. Like you hear stories about this. Like I remember the late Taylor Made Dreams used to make videos about, you know, how it was over there. He originally, I think, you know, what happens in DR is like, I feel like when people leave Dominican Republic, they leave in bad terms. And I feel like when people leave Colombia, it's just like, I got tired of it, I want something new type of stuff. It's never really because of the women when they leave Colombia. But there was an article written about how the women over here in 2012, I'll put my Instagram right here if anybody wants to read that article, and things have gotten a lot worse. Like if you read that article, be prepared to have your mind blown away, man. It was 2012, even before the foreigners got here, man. Before the foreigners got here, man. So I would just tell you guys, if you read that article before you date over here, so that way you can know what you're getting yourself into. It's always good to prepare. You're gonna come over here whether it's your first time or you've been here for a while, guys. You can still meet, like I said, you can still meet some nice women from the higher stratus if you get into the right circles. But I don't want to make this video super long or like, you know, repetitive or nothing. But when it comes to dating, I think Colombia is a lot more better, to keep it short. A lot more better. I feel like the quality of women is a lot more better as far as you getting a girl that, you know, that's gonna be down for you, and you can meet good acquaintances. Because in DR, man, I mean, even Taylor Made Dreams said you can meet a girl and the family will be like, hey, that's the cousin, but that's really the husband or the side boyfriend. They do have a hustle mentality over there, man. You hear a lot of horror stories, man, and people do take a lot of those. Me personally, you know, I had a lot of bad experiences over there when it comes to dating. Even last time I was there last year, but I was able to break away and just, like, you know, fall back. But it got to the point where even when I would meet a girl, it's just like there's no loyalty over there. Cheating is a big part of their culture as well, just like it is over here in Colombia. Like it's really like stagnant. Like you can meet a girl and you think she's single, she sends you some pictures or whatever, and then she'll tell you like, I do have a boyfriend. But that's the thing though, like they kind of like you got a lot of Dominicans that are married. They're desperate from New York. They're marrying the women over there, knowing how the women are, but they're still marrying them and bringing them. Like you got girls that are hoes getting married in DR and they're bringing them back to like the States, man. Like I met a few and I'm like, what the hell? Like you got so many simps. I think simps have definitely ruined that island as well, man. The simping has ruined it, man. The simping has ruined the dating scene. Well, it's always been trash in Medellin, to be honest, but it's getting to the next level. We're like, man, the girls, the entitlement is coming from foreigners, man. It really is. But man, dude, I'll tell you guys, man, like I'm not, if you want to really look for a good woman, I would say go to a different country. I would say go to Mexico. I think in Mexico you have a better chance. I would say Brazil. There's a lot of infidelity in Rio, so I don't recommend Rio, but I recommend other cities, man. Like in the North Coast. I think you can meet a nice girl in the North Coast or anywhere in the interior of Brazil. Brazil's such a big country with a population of 200 million. But those are my final thoughts. Like if you could go, you really want to meet like a nice woman, or maybe even go to Eastern Europe or North Africa, but Colombia is going to be very difficult, guys. Really, you're going to need time. You're going to have to be there for a minute, man. You can't just meet a girl on Facebook dating and then bring her back to the States like some of these dudes do. Like, you got guys bash American women. I would never do that. I just don't like dating in the States. But I'll tell you this. The women are women everywhere. Some of the women over here are more cynical than American women because they know a lot of American men are desperate. You have to like stay in shape, man. You can't come over here weighing 300 pounds, 250, be out of shape, your teeth all yellowed up. Like, come on, man. The local men can get that pass because they're the local man, but you're not the local man. So dress nice, you know, wear some nice clothes once in a while, man. You don't have to do fancy dinners and stuff like that. You can just do something basic. Like the local guys, they take the girls over here to get hot dogs and a granizado, and they spend 20 bucks. You could do something like that, guys. You don't have to pop bottles. And that's the biggest mistake that Americans do. They start popping bottles and they give the woman the entitlement. Well, those type of women, their entitlement. But I hope that this video gives you some advice, guys. I try to give, be as transparent as I can. I don't sell anybody no dreams. So if this helps you out, man, more power to you. But I don't recommend going to DR looking for love, man. If you're gonna go over there, man, it's gonna be very difficult to find. Colombia is probably more easier, but you're probably gonna have to break away from the good cities like Medellin and Cartagena. You're probably gonna have to go to Pereira, Manizales, Cali, or something like that. And depending on how you are, you might not like the cities, or you might. But anyways, guys, I appreciate everybody that's watched this video. Don't forget to give it a like because it helps the algorithm push it out. I'm trying to get to 3,000, 4,000, maybe even 5,000 subs before the summer. I'm starting to put a lot more content out. I was like, kind of like lazy about it, but I'm starting to do more videos like that. And I want to start doing more interactions with some of the women that I'm around here, so that would be more interesting. But anyways, guys, don't forget to leave a comment, agree or disagree. What is your experiences dating in Colombia, DR, if you dated in both countries? I would be interested to know, because I know some of my subs have lived in both countries. So yeah, but anyways, don't forget to sub if it's your first time, and thank you for watching.